Hello everyone, welcome back to this Microsoft Excel tutorial journey with me on my Knowledge Factor YouTube channel. This is the 76th session today, and the dsum function is only the one of a handful of different database functions that are built inside of Microsoft Excel, which we have already seen in our previous lecture, right? So we are going to take a look at a couple of others here in the next couple of videos. But the nice thing is, once you learn how to use one of the database function such as dsum, you really need not to understand how to work with the others, because they are exactly the same, built exactly the same. The only difference is the function that you're using. So dsum, it sums the range of cells, right? Well, you have also got a daverage. You use it the exact same way. You set up the header, the criteria. The only difference is the calculation provides an average. You have also got dcount and a few others, but set them up utilizing them exactly the same. Excel does the work for you, just with a different calculation, whether you are providing sum, an average, or a count, or a number of other ones. Let's take a look at working one of them. Let's take a look at the daverage function. So just to make this a little bit cleaner, instead of total sales, I'm going to put sum up there. Sum total sales, just so we can distinguish between what we are working with here, right? And then down below, actually let's do it over here. I'm going to go into K2 and I'm going to put in an average. We'll abbreviate here as AVG sales. There we go. So let's make that a little bit wider, right? And just to clean up the numbers, I'm just going to format that J2 cell as a currency amount. And just because I can, I'm going to bump up the font size as well. Alright, looks good. Totally not necessary, but looks good. Alright, so now I have got my average sales here, and I'm just going to use my same criteria section. We can do and or statement exactly the same way that we did with the dsum. So let's start out with a simple one, and then I'll give you an opportunity to practice and you do whatever you like. So I'm going to jump into K3. Here we are, and again I'm going to start typing this out by hand. I'm going to say equals d average. There it is. I'll give that a double click, and just like the dsum, you have got your database, your field, and your criteria, right? It's the exact same thing. The only difference is the internal calculation that Excel is going to do for you in finding the average. So let's just click on this function, and for the database I'm going to grab from A1 to F59. All right. The next thing it wants to know is the field, right? So that's F1, because I want to get the average of the total sales column, comma, the last thing it wants to know is the criteria, right? Now remember, we already set up headers and some values or criteria down below. For this one, I'm going to get the average sales for the category of rent. So I'm just going to get I2 to I3, and I'm going to leave the rest of it off. You can adjust it, you do what you like in here. You can use the or, you can use the and, whatever you want, but just to demonstrate, it's really the same function. This time we are just getting the average, so I'll just hit OK. So we have got the equal d average, right? So open parenthesis A1 to F59, that's your list, comma, F1, the column that you want an average, comma, I2 to I3, that's your criteria. I'll hit enter key. So the average sales for the category equals rent. We got 17,790, and just for fun, and let's format that to the currency symbol in there, and you got to bump up in size as well. Alright, there we go. So that's it. This is your D average. Should feel pretty similar to working with the dsum. Actually, you should feel exactly like you are working with the dsum. The only difference is the output, because we are now getting the average. So try this one out and feel free to experiment. Try some different criteria in there. Now realize that both of these are referencing this section. You could create other tables down below and then mix up the criteria if you would like to. But I'll just stick with the one here and we'll move on, try it out. Get the D average for total sales where the category is equal to rent. So thanks for watching this tutorial, and as I always say, if you really liked it and enjoying this journey, then please do like, share and subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon to get the latest content update on this channel. Alright then, we'll meet up in the next session. In case you have any questions, any concerns, then do let me know in the comment section of this video. So see you in the next session. Till then, stay safe, have a great life and take very good care of yourself.